So I was reading last time, and a lot of you who have talked to me realize that I've been talking lately about the Asian markets when it comes to exploring rice into our country. They have this thing called plastic rice. They're making the rice out of plastic. I mean, that's ridiculous. Why they do that, I don't know. But it's, you really have to be careful and watch. I was talking to my client Faye last time. I went to the supermarket and I got this great bag of rice that he said healthy, natural, healthy earth and all that. Then I read and I'm like, made in China. So I was like, this has got to be garbage. I don't even want to touch anything that's made in China because everything they bring here is just garbage. So we're gonna have to pay attention to things. One of the foods that I recommend for that is alfalfa sprouts. Very good. It's an anti-inflammatory, cleans out your whole system. Excellent. You get that anywhere. Grapeseed extract. How many of you know what grapeseed extract is? Great supplement. Also removes a lot of toxins and heavy metal residuals of your body. Do it. Barley grass. Awesome too.
How do you eat that?
Barley grass basically comes in, it's a supplement. We're going to talk about that, but it's called barley grass ginger. Everybody knows ginger. Spirulina, sea protein, phenomenal. Chlorella, another type of great green protein, cleans out your body from heavy metals.
What is that again?
Chlorella, CHLORELLA.
Thank you.
Cayenne pepper. All kinds of citrus, lemons, oranges. All these things together basically work very good to get your body detox and remove heavy toxins of your body. I learned that black pepper is an anti-inflammatory. You can use that. It's another good thing that you could also use. And many of you heard about this great thing called chayote, CHAYOTE. It's another thing that's phenomenal for joint disorders and overall pain.
This is a Mexican one.
Pineapple,
That's a good one.
anti-inflammatory, it's phenomenal.
I'll tell you later.
Another thing that you guys can do is pomegranates, a lot of antioxidants, anti-inflammatory.
You got turmeric.
What's that?
Turmeric?
Turmeric. I was going to get to it too.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. No, it's good. That's good. Thank you. What else? Raw honey, as long as it's organic, helps a lot. Cilantro. It's an herb called yerba mate. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. You've heard of it. YERBAMATE. Yerba mate.
And what is that?
That's what we call uric acid remover. Okay, when excessive uric acid accumulates in the joint, you know, and
Is it a supplement?
It's not. It's an herb.
Oh, okay.
It's an herb. It's a plant. Cilantro, parsley. That's basically one of the best things. I use that a lot too for my clients. Put it all together when people come here. Try to strengthen every single muscle part of their body, every single muscle nerve. Try to stimulate the three main nervous systems in your body. Try to work on posture and try to just overall lose the weight. That's one of the most important things that you got to remember. The less you weigh, the better you're going to be. And a lot of the people that you see on my website, on my testimonials, they've been basically pain-free. People come here not just to lose weight. When I say transformation, I'm talking about real transformations. I'm talking about pain-free. I'm talking about getting rid of eggs and getting rid of junk food and teaching you how to accomplish that balance that your body needs. It's not just the fact that you come here and lose 100 pounds, 300 pounds, because you see that on my website. It's just they come with a lot of different issues. And a lot of you here that are my clients, you can attest to that. So there's just a lot of different things that your body has to fight and work with in order to really accomplish that balance. And that's what the program is all about. Now, I want to mention something. We're going to start running a class Tuesdays and Thursdays with the new machine. It's been with us basically for about a year. I use this with my personal clients, and we do one-on-one sessions with many different things, but I use this a lot because of what I just saw you. It really helps to strengthen your core and your whole body, from your feet to your upper back and neck and everything, and all the things. But we're gonna start doing a class with this machine every Tuesday at 7 and Thursday at 7 on my second location in Randall. So if you guys are interested, it's gonna be a beginning class so you guys can use the machine and can get your whole body stronger. But one of the things that I want to tell you is that a lot of times when people come here and realize that losing the weight is just not enough, and they need a little, like the extra push to stay strong, to avoid injuries, to stay on target with their diets. And that's something that I didn't deliver before because I didn't have any maintenance programs. People come here and do 12 weeks, and then after that, yes, do you want to go 6 weeks or you want to keep it one-on-one, because I have more people that want to get into the programs. Now we have all kinds of resources for you to stay on target, to maintain what you basically accomplished. And a lot of the things that I'm doing now is just doing classes and doing programs where people can just transfer after they finish the 12 and 6 weeks and continue with the transformation and with everything, the food, the balance training, the core training, the weight loss, everything is basically available right after. So we have all those resources. So I want to just let you know that that's something that we do here. Now, I want to just also tell you to basically wrap up this, that a lot of the foods that I gave you, if you go and buy it separately, obviously you're gonna probably, if you go and buy wheatgrass and barley grass and ginger and turmeric and spirulina and chlorella, one thing I could assure you is that you're gonna probably end up spending $150, $160 if you start buying bottles of that stuff and powder and all that. So we put a protein together. That's 50% green protein with everything that I just mentioned, certified organic, and 50% of whey protein, because a lot of people are not vegan, so vegetarians. So I have whey protein 50% and green proteins 50%. And it's all combined. It's got a lot of the things that I just tell you, and I have samples of that. So at the end of the speech, I want you guys to come and try it. And it only goes for $60. So $60, you get basically 40 grams of protein, and it has every single thing in it that you guys can try and drink without going crazy finding every single item. Very high doses, and you basically has everything plus. It's got probiotics, it's got enzymes. We selling this a lot, so we got a few bottles, but it's basically 40 grams of protein per serving, half whey, half green. No gluten, no lactose. So you guys can try at the end and just judge for yourself. We have a couple of trials right there, those little cups. And most importantly, I hope that this message can help you detach from the couch and get yourself going, because that's the whole purpose of this. Detach from the couch and get yourself going. Try to get one of these balls, sit on them, do your feet exercises, try to strengthen your SI joint, try to strengthen your neck, and I want to thank you so much for coming today. Any questions? Yes.
Your bottle, how do people take it? Is it a morning drink? Is it a snack drink?
You could
Is it a
do
supplement?
you could do it for breakfast. You could do it for dinner. Keep in mind that
Is it a powder?
it's a
That's
powder.
a powder,
Yes.
but how are people supposed to take it?
Well,
Is it daily?
It's daily. I normally recommend to do that for breakfast, first thing in the morning, so you get basically all cleaned out, detox. I get that in the morning, and 1 scoop a day. 8 ounces of water, and I normally, myself, I like to put a green apple in it. Okay, so only because I like to get more enzymes and fiber. But it's got probiotics, it's got enzymes, it's got everything,
So you're blending it?
you blend, yeah, with a blender. You don't have to. I like to use a blender because I throw apples in it, or sometimes I do grapes, strawberries, but that's basically the way you do it, so. Any questions?
I was just going to ask about the ball. Like some people would use it to sit on while they're at work, so.
Right.
Do you, but I find that people are kind of complaining that I've heard that they start getting tired, so do you recommend like a certain period of time?
Very good
People
question.
would
I
start
have one of the,
sleeping.
I have a great story for you to close this. About 3 years ago, I have a lot of hip pain, and I didn't know what that was. I was just very, I was scared because my hip was, I started limping, and I was like, you know what, I think I've been a healthy guy, and I didn't know a lot of things that I know now, but I was a trainer already, and I was a little worried. And one of the things that when I went to see my doctor, obviously look at the symptoms, the causes. So he told me, you gotta cut you because you have a problem on your acetabulum plate. It's detaching from the femur, and we have to fix it. So I didn't like that, and it was one guy that everybody is a very, very well-known doctor. So I was like, I had to do more research. And one of the very first things that I did is like, I had to really quit meat because meat has a lot of hydrochloric acid, and that normally makes it accumulates a lot of uric acid in your bones. And was one of the things, the first thing that I said was like, I really had to just cut off fish and all the, any kind of meat sources. Helped. Then what I did was I started using the bowl more, going back to your question. And one thing I noticed is that when you have the right size, it works perfect. If I'm 5'6", I'm almost 6 foot. If I'm 5'6" and I sit on this, probably gonna have problems. I'm gonna have problems on my hip because it's not the right size for me, okay? I have a 75 cm bowl that I just sold, and I was sitting on it because I ran out of chairs last time when 2-3 people came, and I still start having pain on my groin, and I noticed that was because of the size of the bowl. Going back to your question, yes, the size of the bowl is very important for you to strengthen your core and to stay pain-free. So I would say for somebody like you, for somebody that's between 5'3" and 5'6", 5'7", I would say a 55 cm. Somebody that's 5'11", 6'1", I would say a 65. 55, 65, and taller than that, I would say maybe 75. You don't want it too hard, you want it soft.
What size is that one that you're sitting on there?
65, right, 65. So that's something that you want to, and another thing I just want to mention is that a lot of times when you have problems with your feet and you try to strengthen it, and having problems with your metatarsals and tarsals when they're weak, when your feet's weak, it causes a lot of problems in your adductors, okay? Especially the pectineus area. I don't know if anybody knows what the pectineus, it's a little muscle that's on the groin joint, okay? That normally makes your feet to go like this. When this muscle is stressed and it's basically weak, it just gives up, and you overcompensate when you walk with other muscles. So when you go on the ball, it's very common, and it's a very tiny muscle by the groin. Okay, so when you go on the ball, what I told you before is try to circle, hold the ball. It's got to be the right ball. It's got to be the right size. And that's something that's going to help you to strengthen your core. Okay, so this little muscle right here, it's basically a big problem. Very few people detect it. Like the TMJ muscles that I talk on the jaw. So those are little things that people don't pay attention. I mean, you go see, as a kinesiologist, when I talk to trainers, and I see that they also certified trainers, and they don't bring these issues, I'm like, you have to pay attention to those little details, because that's basically what makes a huge difference in the entire kinetic chain, in the entire body. And people sometimes don't pay attention to those little things. So.
And the question was, how long do you sit on it? 15, 20 minutes and then get
I would start slow with like maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then gradually increase it to maybe 30, 40 minutes.